Hello, my little mathematicians. Today I'm going to help you get started on your homework number 2, measures of center. So the first hint I want to give you is to read it carefully of if it's asking for like the mean or the median and things like that. And then also is to first solve all of the problems and then try to fill the part out down here, okay? So for instance, like whatever you get for A, okay, sure, like the answer is over here, but then you need to see what other card matches it. So it's just easier if you wait till you're done solving them all. Okay, three that I want to go with you through together is number or letter C and G and D. I'll at least get you started on them, okay? So for C right here, one thing I want to point out is that when it says frequency, remember that that's how many times that specific value occurs. So 10 occurred once, and 15 was twice. So 1, 2 times. And then 20 was twice, and 25 was once. Now, if I'm asked to find the median, like up here, when I list out all the numbers, like maybe I'd put commas between them. But if I'm asked to find the mean, like problem C, then I'd probably put plus signs between each of my numbers. Because when you find the mean, how do you do that? Well, you add all those together, and then you divide by how many there were. Well, you wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers, which should match the frequency. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So you're going to take that sum and divide it by 6, and that's going to tell you the mean. Okay. Or you would list out those numbers, like, 20, 20, 20, 22, 22, 24, 26, 26, 26, 26, and you'd be separated by commas because you're finding the median, and then you cross off till you find the middle value. Okay. The next one I wanted to help you get started on was G. Okay, so for G, it says the data set below has a median of 39.5. Okay, what would the new median be if 43 was added? So I don't really care what it was before because now it's going to be something else. So I want to find the median if 43 is added. So let's add 43 to the list right there. And then I want to put all of these in order from least to greatest because that's how you find the median. So go ahead and, now that 43 is a part of this data set, list them from least to greater and then cross off till you get to the middle, and that's going to be your new median. So that other information was kind of unnecessary. You didn't need that. Don't let it confuse you. Okay, so that's my hint to you for G. Now D. D is a little bit tricky. If you want to try D on your own first, like please do. Okay, and let's see how you did. So it says that the mean is 25. So the mean is 25. Okay, what do you do to find the mean? You add all the numbers and divide by how many there are. But they're like, yeah, but what's the missing number? Okay, well, if I were to add all of these guys and then divide by how many there were, which there was 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, that answer is the mean. And they told me the answer. They said, hey, that answer is going to be 25. So then what did that number have to be? Well, let's simplify it as much as we can. Let's add these. Can you go ahead and add those for me? What's 19 plus 22 plus 31? Okay, you got like 72. Okay, so you have 72 plus that unknown number, or x, right, is equal to 25. And don't forget, that was just this top part. This is all over 4, right? So all I did is I simplified. The question mark plus these guys is 72 over 4 equals 25. All I did was add 19 plus 22 plus 31. You're like, I still don't like it. Well, if the problem was like x plus 72 equals 25, would that be easier to solve? Yeah, I would just like subtract 72 from both sides, right? But that 4 is really in the way. How would I get rid of it? Well, the 4 is being what in terms of with this x? It's being divided. And what's the inverse of dividing? Multiplying. So let's multiply by 4 so that those cancel out. And you're like, what do you mean they cancel out? Let me see. What if I had that guy? Okay, so I had this problem. Well, here that cancels and becomes a 1. That cancels and becomes a 2. These are diagonally across from each other. They cross cancel to become 1. And you got 1/2, right? So you're doing that same logic. These are diagonally across from each other. They cancel out to become 1. So it's like now you just have x plus 72 on top over 1, which is just x plus 72. I got rid of that annoying 4 because I multiplied by 4 so that they were diagonally across. Whatever you do to one side, I can do it as long as I do it to the other. So what's 4 times 25? Yeah, it's 100. And now that you have this easy peasy equation, I know you can finish that and solve for x. You got this. Okay, and those are my helpful hints to you for this certain math homework. You got this.